In the vast and often brutal theater of the natural world, we are frequently captivated by the spectacle of speed. The cheetah, a blur of muscle and sinew, chasing down its prey across the savanna. The peregrine falcon, a feathered missile, stooping from the heavens at unimaginable velocities. But the story of survival is not always written by the swift. For many creatures, life is not a sprint, but a marathon of measured, deliberate existence. Today, we're counting down the slowest animals on the planet, creatures for whom haste is not only unnecessary, but often a disadvantage. The intricate dance of life and death, predator and prey, is not solely dictated by a chase. In fact, for some, the very key to their continued existence lies in their profound lack of speed. It is a strategy of conservation, of camouflage, of quiet endurance. These animals have perfected the art of stillness, turning what we might perceive as a weakness into their greatest strength. They have carved out niches for themselves where being slow is not a handicap, but a finely tuned adaptation for survival, allowing them to thrive in environments where the fleet-footed would falter. So, join me as we journey into a world that moves at a different pace. We will explore lush rainforest canopies, ancient seabeds, and quiet coastal waters to meet the champions of slowness. We will discover how their unhurried lives are a testament to the remarkable diversity of strategies that evolution has produced. Prepare to adjust your internal clock as we celebrate the serene, the steady, and the wonderfully slow masters of the animal kingdom. It is a world that invites us to pause, to observe, and to appreciate the quiet beauty of a life lived in the slow lane. Our journey begins high in the canopy of Central and South American rainforests, the home of an animal whose name is synonymous with lethargy, the three-toed sloth. It moves through the world with a dreamlike languor, its limbs extending and retracting with an almost painful deliberation. This creature is so profoundly slow that algae can grow on its fur, a living mobile ecosystem that provides it with remarkable camouflage amidst the green foliage. Each movement is a study in energy conservation, a vital strategy when your diet consists almost entirely of leaves, which offer very little nutritional reward. To hurry would be to burn precious calories it simply cannot afford to waste. Its entire biology is a masterpiece of slow living. Its metabolic rate is exceptionally low, less than half of what would be expected for a mammal of its size. It spends the vast majority of its life hanging upside down, a feat made possible by specialized tendons that lock its claws in place without any muscular effort. Even its infrequent journey to the forest floor, a perilous trip undertaken roughly once a week to defecate, is performed with the same unhurried pace. For the sloth, survival is not about outrunning danger, but about going unnoticed, a silent green phantom in the treetops. From the treetops, we descend to the sun-scorched earth of the Galapagos Islands and the Seychelles, realms ruled by a living monument to time itself, the giant tortoise. These magnificent reptiles are among the longest living animals on the planet, with some individuals known to have surpassed 150 years. Their pace is majestic and unhurried, a slow, steady march across their island homes. Each step seems considered, a deliberate placement of a thick, elephantine foot upon the volcanic soil. Their great domed shells, which can weigh hundreds of pounds, are both their fortress and their burden, dictating a life lived at a crawl. This slow pace is inextricably linked to their incredible longevity. A slow metabolism means a slow aging process. They are herbivores, spending their days placidly grazing on grasses, leaves, and cacti, converting this simple fare into the energy needed to sustain their immense bulk over decades. There is no need for haste in their world. Their primary predators were largely absent from these isolated islands for millennia. Their lives are a quiet testament to the idea that patience is more than a virtue. It is a profound survival strategy, allowing them to witness the passing of centuries. We now shrink our focus from the gigantic to the miniature to a creature familiar to many of us, the garden snail. Look closely in the damp, shaded corners of a garden after a rain, and you may see one. It glides on a muscular foot, leaving behind a glistening trail of mucus. This slime is crucial. It reduces friction, allowing the snail to traverse even the roughest of surfaces, and provides adhesion, enabling it to climb vertical walls with ease. Its top speed, a blistering 0.03 miles per hour, makes it a symbol of slowness in cultures the world over. For the snail, its lack of speed is compensated for by its remarkable defensive architecture. It carries its home, a spiraled calcium carbonate shell, on its back. At the first sign of danger, the shadow of a bird, or the touch of a curious finger, the snail can retract its soft, vulnerable body deep within this portable fortress. It is a life of cautious exploration, emerging in the cool, damp conditions it prefers, and sealing itself away with a mucus plug, a process called estivation, to wait out periods of heat and drought. The snail teaches us that you do not need to be fast if you can carry your castle with you. We now submerge ourselves beneath the waves to the vast and varied landscapes of the ocean floor. Here, we find the starfish, or sea star, an animal that seems more a piece of fallen sky than a living creature. Despite its seemingly static appearance, it is in constant, albeit glacial, motion. It moves not with fins or limbs in the conventional sense, but with a fascinating hydraulic system. Hundreds, sometimes thousands, of tiny tube feet line the undersides of its arms. By pumping water through a network of canals, it can extend and retract these feet, gripping the substrate and pulling itself along. This method of locomotion is precise and powerful, but it is not fast. A typical starfish may only cover a few feet in an hour. This deliberate pace is perfectly suited to its lifestyle as a scavenger and a predator of even slower-moving or stationary prey, like clams, mussels, and barnacles. Upon finding a bivalve, the starfish envelops it with its arms, using the relentless, steady pull of its tube feet to pry the shell open just a fraction of an inch. It then does something extraordinary. It averts its own stomach out of its body and into the shell, digesting its meal externally. It is a slow, methodical, and macabre process, a testament to the strange and wonderful strategies that thrive in the deep. In the serene seagrass meadows and coral reefs, we encounter one of the most enchanting and delicate of all marine creatures, the seahorse. It is a fish, yet it seems to defy that classification. It swims upright, its posture regal, its movements utterly unfish-like. It lacks a powerful tail fin for propulsion. Instead, it relies on the rapid, almost invisible fluttering of a tiny dorsal fin, which can beat up to 50 times per second to push it gently through the water. Its small pectoral fins, located near its head, are used for steering, like tiny rudders. This mode of transport is not built for speed. The seahorse is one of the slowest swimming fish in the world. It is a creature of the currents, often content to simply anchor itself to a blade of seagrass or a piece of coral with its prehensile tail and wait. Its survival depends on camouflage, its body able to change color to blend in perfectly with its surroundings. It lies in wait for tiny crustaceans and plankton to drift by, which it then snatches from the water with a lightning-fast snap of its long snout. It is a life of ambush and patience, a slow dance with the rhythm of the ocean. We travel now to the eucalyptus forests of Australia to find another iconic specialist of the slow lane. The koala, often mistakenly called a bear, is a marsupial with a lifestyle dictated entirely by its incredibly restrictive diet. It feeds almost exclusively on the leaves of the eucalyptus tree, which are not only low in nutrition, but are also fibrous and toxic to most other animals. To process such challenging food, the koala has an exceptionally long digestive tract and a very slow metabolism, designed to extract every last drop of energy. This energy-poor diet means that koalas must conserve their strength at all costs. They achieve this through rest, and lots of it. A koala may spend up to 20 hours a day sleeping or dozing in the fork of a tree. When they do move, it is with a slow, deliberate climb, their sharp claws and strong limbs providing a secure grip on the smooth bark. They are creatures of habit and comfort, living a life of minimal exertion. Their slowness is not a choice, but a biological necessity, a perfect adaptation to a diet that would be impossible for a more active animal to survive on. Back on the forest floor, this time in the damp, temperate rainforests of North America's Pacific coast, we find a creature that is both vibrant and sluggish, the banana slug. Named for its often bright yellow coloration, though it can also be brown, green, or spotted, this large, shell-less terrestrial gastropod moves with a familiar, snail-like motion. It glides over the leaf litter and fallen logs on a layer of slime, contracting and expanding the muscles in its single, large foot to inch its way forward. This slime also serves as a mild anesthetic, discouraging potential predators who might try to take a bite. As one of the world's largest slugs, it plays a vital role as a decomposer, a janitor of the forest. It slowly consumes fallen leaves, animal droppings, and mushrooms, recycling nutrients back into the ecosystem. Its pace is unhurried, its journey a constant search for moisture and food. It navigates its world using two pairs of tentacles. The upper pair senses light, while the lower pair provides its sense of smell and touch. This slow, methodical existence is perfectly suited to its role, cleaning the forest floor one microscopic bite at a time, proving that even the slowest creatures can have a monumental impact on their environment. Let us return to the warm, shallow waters of coastal rivers and estuaries, the domain of a true gentle giant, the manatee. Often called sea cows, these large, gray aquatic mammals move with a serene and peaceful grace. They are herbivores, spending up to 8 hours a day grazing on seagrass and other aquatic vegetation. Their bodies are bulky and torpedo-shaped, propelled through the water not by frantic kicking, but by slow, powerful up and down strokes of their large paddle-like tail. They typically cruise at a leisurely 3 to 5 miles per hour, conserving energy as they forage. This slow-moving lifestyle leaves them with few natural predators, though they are vulnerable to human activity, particularly boat strikes. Their buoyancy is finely controlled by regulating the gases in their digestive tract, allowing them to rest suspended just below the surface or sink to the seabed to feed with minimal effort. They are social, curious, and remarkably gentle creatures, their slow pace reflecting a placid temperament. To watch a manatee is to watch a being completely at peace with its world, a quiet guardian of the coastal waterways, moving to an ancient, unhurried rhythm. Under the cover of darkness in the forests of Southeast Asia, a creature with enormous eyes and a uniquely careful gait emerges. This is the loris, a small, nocturnal primate. It moves through the branches not by leaping, but with a slow, fluid hand-over-hand motion that is almost reptilian. It never lets go with all four limbs at once, ensuring it has a secure grip at all times. This deliberate, silent movement allows it to approach its insect prey without being detected and also helps it avoid predators like snakes and eagles that hunt by sight and sound. The loris possesses several remarkable adaptations for this slow lifestyle. Its ankles and wrists have a special network of blood vessels that allows them to maintain a powerful grip for hours without cramping. And for defense, it has a secret weapon. It can lick a gland on its elbow that secretes a toxin, mixing it with its saliva to deliver a venomous bite, a rare trait among mammals. This combination of stealth, a vice-like grip, and a toxic defense means the loris has no need to rush. It is a master of cautious, calculated movement in the nocturnal world. Our final slow-moving marvel takes us to the arid deserts of the southwestern United States and Mexico. Here, lumbering over the sand and rocks, is the Gila monster. It is one of only a few venomous lizards in the world, and its striking black and orange-pink pattern serves as a clear warning. It moves with a slow, ponderous side-to-side waddle, its stout body and thick tail swinging with each step. This lizard has no need for speed to chase down prey. Its strategy is one of relentless searching and powerful offense. The Gila monster has a very low metabolism and can store fat in its thick tail, allowing it to survive on just a few large meals per year. It slowly patrols its territory, using a forked tongue to taste the air, searching for the nests of birds and tortoises, or for newborn rabbits. Once it finds a meal, it bites and holds on with a powerful jaw, grinding the venom into its victim. Its entire being is built for endurance, not speed. It is a creature of patience and power, a slow but formidable presence in the harsh desert landscape, perfectly adapted to a life of feast and famine. And so, our countdown concludes. From the leaf-covered sloth in the canopy to the lumbering Gila monster in the desert, we have seen that in the great story of evolution, there are many paths to success. Speed is but one of them. For these 10 creatures and countless others, a slow and steady existence is not a flaw. It is a finely honed advantage. It is a strategy for conserving precious energy, for becoming invisible to predators, for outlasting the seasons, and for thriving in niches where the swift would simply burn out. They are a testament to the fact that nature's clock does not always tick at the same pace. In a world that often seems to prize speed above all else, perhaps there is a lesson to be learned from these champions of slowness. They remind us of the value of patience, of deliberation, and of conserving one's energy for what truly matters. They show us that strength can be found in stillness, and survival can be ensured by a quiet, methodical persistence. The intricate web of life is woven with threads of every speed, and the slow strands are just as crucial and just as beautiful as the fast ones. They add a depth and a richness to the tapestry of the natural world. The diversity of life on our planet is truly astounding, and every creature has its own unique story of survival. We have only touched upon a few of the masters of the unhurried life today. I invite you to share your thoughts in the comments below. Which of these slow animals did you find the most fascinating? Or is there another creature, a champion of calm, that you believe deserves a place on this list? Thank you for joining me on this gentle journey.